Well, we've heard of Big Brother on that television series. Well, joining us now here on News Geelong on Channel 31 is the big brother of our special guest tonight, the man we're commemorating 40 years of ordination, Father Kevin Dillon. Please meet Father Brendan Dillon. Welcome to News Geelong.
Thanks very much, Graham.
Now, you're looking at him, viewers, aren't you, saying he is a dead spit of Father Kevin Dillon, but you're younger. No, he's older, just a little bit older.
And there is another brother who's older still, John. He's married with 6 children and there are grandchildren, so he's done his bit. And our sister is the firstborn, Geraldine.
Geraldine, of course, the great chef. And of course, you're a wonderful, must have been wonderful growing up in the Dillon household.
Very happy household, really. And the 50s, or late 40s, I was born 41, so I think the 40s and 50s were wonderful times, wonderful songs, wonderful movies, but we had a happy childhood, so I suppose that's got a lot to do with it.
And that happy childhood now, from a community viewpoint, certainly here in our city of Geelong, since Father Kevin came down here in 2001, has had a wonderful reflection on the community.
Well, that's good. I think that he loves people, he loves God, and so I think he's probably fairly effective between the Lord and his people. He certainly endeavours to try and show God's loving care for all his people, whether they're Catholics, Christians, or whatever they are. They're all people who are important to him.
Now, you were telling us during the Mass that Father Kevin Dillon, growing up as a young man, was an asthmatic.
He was, and I did mention that because I don't know whether this still happens, but he had a lamp burning in his room, burning some sort of oil with a strange smell, but it certainly, if we remember the smell too. It wasn't that unpleasant, but it helped him to breathe, and his physiotherapist taught him how to breathe when asthma threatened. He learned to breathe in a disciplined and a controlled way, so that eventually he outgrew it. And I think, I don't know whether physiotherapy still helps people today, but I'd be surprised if it doesn't. And he went on to play all sorts of sport and run marathons, whereas previously as a little kid he'd been a bit of a weakling, really, until he came through this.
Well, in 2001, when he came to Geelong, I think we converted some of that red and white from the old South Melbourne and now Sydney Swans to some of the Geelong blue and white. But where did the red and white colours of the old South Melbourne Football Club come from?
Well, they came from our parents, our father in particular, who went to school in South Melbourne. Our grandfather, Roger, had a number of pubs, not at the same time, but successively, not simultaneously, and one of them was in South Melbourne when he was a boy, and so he went to school with the Christian Brothers in South Melbourne, and I think that's how it all started, from his parents there, and then we took it on, and I used to go every week, took the altar boys, we used to go in the rooms, and Kevin went too. He had Bobby Skilton's number on after the first game that he played, and Bobby wasn't too sure. He found out later on that whether he would keep that number, but Bobby Skilton told the people years later, decades later, that he kept that number because a boy came into the rooms 1 week after he'd gone out with number 14, and he saw this boy with number 14, and it turned out to be Kevin, and it did occur to him that he'd be disappointing all the boys who had gone to the trouble after one game of deciding they were going to wear his number on their back. So he and Bob still to this day have a great solidarity, and they've talked about this in not too recent past.
Another great love of Father Kevin Dillon is his love of country music. He's made a couple of trips across to the States, and whenever we visit him to do his weekly message for Channel 31, we can always hear the country music going in the background. Where did that come from?
I don't know where he got that from, but I know that one time we went to Sydney in his Chev, his 68 Chev, and we played the Statler Brothers. All the way there and all the way back, and I think the only one you ever hear these days is Flowers on the Wall, but they've got one particular LP which every every particular song on that is a stunning one and really good, and it converted me a little bit anyway, but I haven't ventured into it as much as he did, but it's good music for sure.
And of course his own musical group, the Glenmen, while they were at Werribee Corpus Christi.
Yeah, they did well with their record, that two sides. Both songs were pretty good, but I see the old story that it's a matter of who promotes who. There are so many young men and women who have got fantastic voices, not just the groups, but they never get anywhere because they don't have the right promotion, and that's rather sad, because I'm not saying they should have, but they were good. But I often feel I hear certain voices like Rebecca Hay at the Mass tonight and yesterday, so good, but if they don't get the promotion, well, they never really are heard by the multitudes, which is very sad.
Father Brendan Dillon, what makes you so proud to have Father Kevin Dillon as your younger brother and as part of your wonderful family?
Well, I'm just not so much proud, but grateful to God that we're all close. Our mother died 4 years ago. Our father died in 1992 at the age of 84. Mum was 93. But we're just grateful to have each other as a result of their love, and we still get together, well, 3 Sundays out of 4. The 4th Sunday he can't come up because he's on duty down here, but every other Sunday we get together and we carry on the tradition. As Channel 9 says, the tradition continues, and I'm sure Channel 31 is building a tradition too.
Father Brendan Dillon, older brother of Father Kevin Dillon, down here celebrating Father Kevin Dillon's 40th year of ordination, June the 1st, 1969. And it's been a wonderful occasion. Thank you very much, Father Brendan.
Thanks, Graham, very much.
And God bless you, and may you continue on with your great work.
Thanks a lot.